Hey there, Susannah Scott, fellow author here with 5 quick tips to help you maximize your Twitter experience with AMC Buzz. Let's get started. Tip number 1, let's talk about your Twitter profile. You really need to have an @username that references your pin name. If you have an @sleuthwriter or @sci-fi chick, people will not be able to find you. Your potential readers won't be able to find you, other authors won't be able to find you. Even if you're Robert B. Parker and your @name is @man-of-mystery, people will not be able to connect with you. So keep it simple with your Twitter name. It should reference your pin name and it should be relatively short so it doesn't take up a lot of characters. Tip number 2, once you have your profile set up with your @pin name, you really need to use it with all your promo tweets. There are 2 reasons for this. Number 1, including your username in a promo tweet lets the Twitter community know that you belong. To not use your @pin name in a promo tweet would be like if my friend Steve, who lives in Philly, sent me a bunch of car wash flyers to distribute here in Missouri. No one would look at the flyers once they saw it was in Philadelphia, and they'd think I was crazy. So using your @pin name in a promo tweet, it lets people know that you're part of the community. It lets them know that you belong, and it lets them connect with you if they choose to. The other benefit to that is the connection. You can keep track of who's helping you, who's tweeting you, and you start to build your tribe of like-minded people. This is really important. You don't want 1,000 followers who don't care anything about what genre you write in or even that you're an author. Just like it would do me no good to gain 1,000 deep-sea fishermen followers. Those guys are probably not going to buy a romance about dragons. Tip number 3, craft your own tweet. The last couple of AMC Buzz emails that have come out have been so beautiful with the covers and all the blurbs and everything, but ask yourself who is going to take the time to go into your blurb and craft a tweet for you. Probably no one. No one really has that time, and they probably wouldn't want to assume that they could craft a tweet on your behalf. So make it easy for people. Build your own tweet, include it with all your promo stuff, whether you're dealing with AMC Buzz or another promo group. It'll just make it easier for people to help you out. Make it easy, people will retweet you, you'll get a better return for your efforts. Tip number 4, craft a good tweet. And now we're getting down to it. You have 140 characters inside Twitter. Don't let this daunt you. We're authors, we understand about editing, we understand about parsing down to the core of a message, and that's basically what a good tweet is. Don't be intimidated by needing to craft one good 140 character tweet. Are all of my 4,500 tweets tweet gold? I promise you they're not. There's a lot of retweeting that I do for other authors to help them out. And I also have my other social media platforms direct feed to my Twitter account. So none of that is good tweets. They're not good promo tweets. They're just staying in touch with the community. When I'm doing a 140 character tweet that I'm going to ask other authors to craft for me, or that I'm going to put my own promotional dollars into, I make sure that it's good. And you can do this too. Tip number 5, my easy promotional formula. This is by no means some endorsed guru Twitter formula. This is just the formula that I use as an author to connect with my followers, and I usually get a good number of retweets from them because they're pretty clear. Right off the bat, I use a hook with a relevant hashtag. If you don't understand what a hashtag is, just leave that off for right now. Next, I use my @Susannah Scott pin name, which we've talked about in the previous slides. And then when I'm inside the AMC Buzz promotional sphere, I use the @AMC Buzz because they've asked us to do that to track the effectiveness of their campaign. The very last thing at the very end, I put my call to action link so that it doesn't clutter things up. So what can go into a good hook? A hook could be a great review about my book or a headline, something current, but let it be authentic and unique, powerful words that grab people's attention. My @pin name we've talked about, and as far as hashtag goes, if you understand hashtags, there are lots of good evergreen hashtags out there that you can use. For example, new release is one that I use, am reading is one that I use, romance is one that I use, but be sure and research inside your genre. @mystery or hashtag mystery I happen to know is a good one. So use the hashtags that correspond to your genre if you understand hashtags, and that will increase your exposure because readers will search under hashtags. If they like mystery, they'll go see what's going on with the mystery hashtag, and they might come across your tweet. So that's all good stuff. We've talked about the AMC. As far as the link goes, I might give a buy link for my book or to my contest page or my newsletter sign up, but I only ever use one link. You don't want to clutter things up, and you only want to have one call to action. So let's look at some examples. Here are 2 tweets that I have done lately. The first one I did for a fellow AMC buzzer. I went into his Amazon page, into his blurb, and I found all of this lovely power words. So I think I started with 1,000 words and cut them down to this 140. Actually, this 6 here means that it's less than 140. It's 134 words tweet. So millionaire plus Deb girlfriend plus moonshiner plus lusty trophy wife plus psychopath equals 5-star Southern mystery AMC buzz, and then the link. So you can see up front for the hook, I've got great power words from his blurb. Dead girlfriend, lusty trophy wife. There's a lot of really interesting things going on here. And then I'm letting them know 5-star that this is a well-rated, well-received book, and it's a Southern mystery, which is a genre in of itself. And here's the hashtag mystery, AMC buzz, and then the link to his Amazon page. So this tweet did very well the day I sent it. It got retweeted from my profile about 5 times, and I'm hoping that it went on into the Twitter community and got retweeted and generated some interest for this author, and he got a bump that day. One thing to add here, this author did not have a @pin name, so I wasn't able to include that. So hopefully he was able to see the action that was going on around his book, but maybe not. If he had had his pin name, he would have seen every single time that this tweet was retweeted, what people were saying, all the conversation around this message. Okay, second here is a tweet that I did for myself for AMC Buzz. Up front, I even used Hooked in my hook. This is a review, Hooked as Soon as the Dragons Flew, Unique Paranormal Romance. Unwrapping Romance, this is the blogger, the reviewer. Most people inside the paranormal romance community would know who that blogger is, so this is my way of giving it some gravitas and some bona fides at Susannah Scott, AMC Buzz, and my hook. So we got some good power words here. Hooked. I've got 2 hashtags, dragons and romance, which are relevant to my genre. Paranormal is also an evergreen hashtag, but I didn't want to clutter this up, so I just did the 2. So this also got retweeted several times, and I got a bump that day on my rankings. So hopefully that will correspond to sales. I think these are 2 very well composed tweets. They took quite a bit of time, probably 10 to 15 minutes per tweet to cut them down. But when you consider how often this was seen, it was well worth my time, and I certainly hope the other AMC author saw that as well. So let's review. Hook plus relevant hashtag, your pin name, AMC Buzz, and your call to action. If you put these 4 things together in a promotional tweet, you really can't go wrong. All right, last thing, bonus tips. Unless you're Bruce Springsteen or Katy Perry or some rock star, it's customary to thank those who help you promo. This is so easy inside Twitter. Go ahead and follow the person so you can add them to your tribe. That's part of building your mass of people who care about what you have to say. Then just reply back to them, thanks so much for the promo help. Thanks so much for the RT. If you see their profile and something interests you, hey, I'm a single malt scotch lover too. Something that allows you to interact with people and thank them in a personal way. All of that will earn you many tweets in heaven and help you build your tribe so that when you need help promoting, you have a ready group of people. If you don't want to thank each person individually, you can always thank 5 people at 1, at 2, at 3, at 4 in the same tweet. Thanks so much for your promo help, and that might be a better use of your time if you have a lot of people. I hope this has all helped. You're a Twitter pro now. Good luck. You can do it. You really can't break it. It's not that hard. It's just editing. It's just editing down to the absolute essential ingredients and still able to communicate your message. I'm wishing you all the best. Please come look me up in the Twitterverse or wherever you are in the transmedia world. I love to connect with other authors. Take care.